This year, for my girlfriend's Christmas present, we are going the Joann Fabrics route.
Shiny teeth that glisten, just like a Christmas tree. You know they're welcome.
Today I'm gonna take y'all through a full day of eating. It's gonna be my first full day of eating, and if people like it, maybe I'll do more. It's 11:30 a.m. Technically still the morning. Yes, it is pretty late into the morning. I'm on a bit of a later schedule. I was up late last night editing a video on abdominals, actually. But before we can get to eating, I gotta get my puppy up. My puppy's name is Bodhi. He's named after Patrick Swayze's character in Point Break, which is one of my favorite movies. One of my favorite movie characters, and one of my favorite actors.
That's Bodhi. They call him the Bodhisattva.
Woody, hi. Hi. He's typically a little bit cranky in the morning and does not want to get up. I bet he loves that I'm shining a light in his face right now. First thing is always first. Pup is up, and now go out for a pee. Bodhi eats, Bodhi poops, and then I get to eat. Look at that. Isn't that a beautiful thing to wake up to? But not as beautiful as that. It is very cold out. It is not snowing quite yet in Minnesota. I'm wondering if we'll have a white Christmas or not. I'm holding out for it. I've been living in Florida for the last few years, so I have not had a white Christmas in some time. This is more of what it's currently looking like. The lake is icy, but no winter wonderland surrounding it. Bodhi, come on, good boy. He's got a Lisa Simpson collar. I don't know if you guys can see. I'm quite a fan of The Simpsons, and Lisa is a gem. And Bodhi has begun his feasting. Maybe one day Bodhi will get a full day of eating video. He's a pretty messy eater, as you can see. Most of his meals are kibble combined with some kind of protein and some kind of veg. Right now he's got Greek yogurt, peas, and then kibble. Come on, Bodhi. I know it's cold out here, but you always poop after you eat. Let's do this, man. Okay, we are done with potty round 2. Now we can get into the actual full day of eating. My breakfasts are pretty consistent. They stay about the same every day. I like to do sort of an egg toast thing, some cereal, and a little protein coffee drink. I'll show you more of what I mean in a sec here. I'm a volume purist, so I will almost always choose whatever is voluminous over the flavor of whatever I'm eating, which is not to say that I don't love things that taste good. It's just kind of like Greg Doucette will always say, I'll choose the 8 out of 10 over the 10 out of 10 if the 8 out of 10 is more voluminous and lower calories. But my first meal is a slight exception to that rule because I like to use whole eggs instead of just the egg whites for my egg toast. Because for whatever reason, when you combine that yolk with the bread, something really magical happens. All I really do to the egg, I just put salt, pepper, and garlic on it, and then the bread, and it's amazing, delicious. Also, having a little bit of yolk in your life, I think there's a definite benefit to it if you can fit it into your calories. Such a nutrient-dense item and great for your hormones. Very, very filling, honestly, even though it's just this little egg here. Like the greatest
quality protein that's out there. Like the egg is the standard, the gold standard of protein. I've heard it being called nature's vitamin as well, which is a very apt title.
Those egg council creeps got to you too, huh? Oh, you got it all wrong, Homer. It's not like that. You'd better run, egg!
We have a little hiccup in our plan here. This has not typically happened, but last night I used up the majority of my bread on anabolic French toast, so I only have 3 slices left instead of 4 for my 4 eggs. So we're gonna improvise, and instead of using 4 slices of my light bread, only 45 calories a slice, we are gonna do 3 slices of that and then 1 rice cake. Sometimes you just gotta improvise. You can't always have it your way. I like my eggs sunny side up, and it looks like I already goofed here. You can see I broke a yolk, which is actually a very rare thing for me, and I'm not even kidding. So I don't know, I guess because I'm filming today, it's not gonna be quite as aesthetically pleasing as it normally is. My 3 pieces of toast, instead of 4, are in the toaster. Well, 2 of them already popped. I'm waiting for the 3rd. There he is. Whoa. You see that? That was pretty cool. And there are the not nearly as pretty as they should have been eggs. Let's plate those babies up. One thing that I did not yet mention, which is one of the most important things of all, is that I have been sipping on water all morning ever since I first woke up. Hydration is one of the most important parts of being a healthy human being. First thing in the morning, start hydrating, and then be sure to consistently hydrate throughout the rest of the day. Aesthetics are clearly overrated when it comes to food here. Those two look all right, but a little issue over here. And then yeah, we have our weird little black sheep, the rice-caked egged rice cake. I mentioned I like to have a little coffee protein drink. So either I'll go with like a muscle milk, or they do these Premier proteins as well, and they're really tasty. Only 160 calories, loaded with vitamins. Yeah, a ton of protein again. Yeah, it's about a cup of coffee's worth of caffeine, as you can see there. As I mentioned, I like to have cereal with my breakfast, and for cereal, okay, yeah, it looks like I have a problem, and you know what? Maybe I have a problem. But the reasoning behind this cereal is it is very low calorie, 80 calories for 2/3 cup, so like a little over 100 calories per cup, which is what I'm gonna do. And it's kind of just like a neutral base, and then I'll put unsweetened vanilla almond milk on it, just a cup's worth, which is only 30 calories. So about 130 calories for the bowl of cereal, and it's very filling because we got, you know, 9 grams of fiber for that 2/3 cup serving, so even more for the full cup. Back to the food in just a moment here, but I wanted to also show you what supplements I take with my breakfast. So I do a Super B complex here, turmeric, glucosamine, I take probiotics, and then I got some stuff for my hair, skin, and nails. Keep me pretty. Thanks to Gregory O'Gallagher for the recommendation on the multivitamin gummies.
You only really need to do 2,000 or 3,000, but these taste so good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yummy, yummy. Now with those other pills and such that I just showed you, I also like to take, this is probably the most important thing I take here as far as supplements go, is the omega-3. Always make sure you get omega-3s into your diet in some way. Obviously, the best way is to get it through your food, but cover your bases. Take a fish oil pill every day or some other sort of omega-3 supplement. And then next to that, I take extra vitamin D, and yes, it's in a baggie because the container broke. So here it is in a baggie. Here is the spread, complete with pill garnish. As you can see, I also have an apple here. I usually will just count these as around 100 calories or so. There's a lot of ballparking in my day. I mean, I definitely follow the labels. I don't weigh my food, but right here, we got about 130 calories for this cereal. We got 30 calories for the milk and 100 for the cereal. About 160 calories right here for the coffee drink. And then we got 4 eggs. That's gonna be about 280 calories, 70 calories per egg. And then we got the toast, 45 calories per slice of toast, and then 50 calories for the rice cake there. I am pretty bad at math, but that should be about 855 calories for that first meal. I like to go, again, we got a decent amount of volume right here, but also a little bit higher calorie for the first meal. Again, I got my fats here. I like to go lower fat, but most of my fat will end up coming from egg yolks, as well as often some kind of fatty fish. I always aim for about 2,500 to 3,000 calories to maintain my physique personally, and it's worked out for me thus far. Also, look, there's a Bart Simpson back there. And we got, ignore that one right there. That's a weird painting I did way back when. And that is Spider-Man, obviously, Batman, Wolverine, Simpsons, and then Spider-Man, Iron Man. Hold up, I'll show you some more of my nerdy stuff. I drew those as well. There's a weird Simpsons thing, and then Kelvin's peeing on Hobbs right there. Anyway, one thing that's definitely good to know about me going forward is I am most certainly an unapologetic nerd. Oh, that just reminds me. When I went over to show you all my Trader Joe's cereal, I didn't show my little Buffy. Got this Buffy the Vampire Slayer poster here. These dog toys right here. Ignore that. Signed there by Joss Whedon. Anyway, I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I basically start my days with some sort of variation of this breakfast, and I will eat it whilst watching YouTube and throwing a toy to my pup Bodhi every once in a while. Now, as you can probably tell, I don't count macros really. I just count the calories, and will always aim to get a lot of protein in my meals as well as fiber, and then I also will consider the omega-3s. So typically what I'm thinking about is just calories first, and then protein, fiber, and, you know, a little bit less regularly, but omega-3s are also a strong consideration in my diet. That's a good boy. Yeah. Got Groot right there. Groot's not doing too hot. As you can see, he's I'll start with that egg on the rice cake and let you know how it is. I don't know why it would be bad. I doubt I'll like it as much as on the bread, but Very good. Very good. Not as good, but it's good. Sorry, I'm eating with my mouth, or chewing with my, talking with my mouth open.
Typically, I follow my breakfast with, I start getting ready for my workout. I'll get Bodhi squared away, and then I'll start warming up, and then I'll get into whatever I'm doing for the day. And I lift weights 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then all the other days I will do usually some kind of devoted cardio. Today, I was going to do a circuit-based cardio. I'll show you that later on. Today's a little bit different of a day. It's Saturday. I am going to be heading over to my parents, and I'm gonna help them decorate for Christmas. I'm gonna make my girlfriend's Christmas present. I'll show you that. Hopefully finish the night with a holiday movie with my brothers. Probably should have done this before breakfast, but do a quick physique update here. Lighting's not great in this bathroom, but I mean, as you know, aesthetics are, in fact, 10% diet, 10% your workouts, and then 80% lighting and angles. The pup is in his travel kennel. All right, we are ready to go. Got a Honda Fit. I found that to be appropriate. And we have arrived at my parents' house. As you can see, they already got the Christmas tree up. Got the lights on it. There's a little sled out there trying to be a little festive. But anyway, I got a mother, a father, and 2 brothers, one older, one younger. We're all within about 2 or 3 years of each other. And then I also have a doggy brother named Harvey, who is a miniature schnauzer, and in his older years, he's getting a bit more ornery. Doesn't always get along with Bodhi that well, but at the end of the day, you can just tell that he's playing hard to get. Here is a better look at the tree as it is. Oh, and there's a spread of brothers. People think that we're the same, but we're not, we're different. He looks a little different than other 2 of us, but my mother got Bodhi a sweater, and he's being a little difficult. There's Harvey.
I don't know if this fits him. You're a handsome boy. Oh, what a handsome, dapper guy you are.
Yeah, there he is in his new sweater.
You are the cutest.
And there's Harvey, all jealous.
Oh, where's my little Harvey? Where's my little...
This is my old bedroom. Not as decked out as it used to be, but here is some more evidence for the extent of my nerdy habits. Anyway, about to put Mr. Bodhi down for his nappy nap. So we are coming to the basement now to get ready to warm up for the workout. There's brother Jack gaming away. We have to show this off real quick. This is my movie collection. As you can see, I'm a little bit obsessed. This is the gym I'm gonna be working with today. Not really gonna use a lot of the equipment because again, it's gonna be a circuit cardio workout. So I'm gonna be doing a lot of body weight stuff as well as stuff with just very light resistance. Hello there. As you can see also, I am done up in a lot of extra layers because I like to be as warm as possible, especially the first part of my workout. Safety first. So next to all these layers I got on, I also like to turn on a space heater because again, the warmer the better as far as working out goes in my opinion. It just makes it so you're more loose, less injury prone. Once I started to really fixate more on my warm-up, it just makes me feel like I have a lot more longevity in my workouts in general. And a big part of that is this foam roller here, or more specifically a rumble roller. It's backwards because I've got the selfie cam on, but this thing basically allows you to give yourself full body massages, work out any of those knots or problem spots in muscles. And again, make sure your body's nice and warmed up and ready to go. Now, as you saw, I like to have that coffee drink with my breakfast, so that's typically my main caffeine for the day. I'm a pretty caffeine sensitive person, so my pre-workout of choice is a stim-free pump, but I only use that 3 times a week. Even though it's caffeine free, I still don't want to build up any sort of tolerance really to any of the ingredients. And to me, it makes sense to use the pre-workout stim-free pump on lifting days only as opposed to my cardio days, because for me, once I get into my cardio, I feel amped up enough, whereas with lifting, you're usually a little bit more slow moving. So I feel like having that little extra edge makes more sense then. Plus whatever the ingredients are that contribute to your pump, obviously that makes more sense to get the benefit from that on a day where you're lifting as opposed to a day where you're doing cardio. Ooh. I enjoy basically all forms of cardio. I run, I walk, I rollerblade, I bike. I do lots of different things as far as physical activities go, and cardio is actually one of my favorite things to do and one of my favorite means of getting that cardio workout is with my circuit cardio. And it's really simple in concept. I have a few examples on my channel. I can link those in the description for anyone who's interested. But basically, I just set up an interval timer with an interval app that I have, and I do 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off of work and rest. And in the work period, I'm going absolutely as hard as I can. There's often times throughout the workout where I'm literally collapsing from exhaustion. Now, you don't need to go this hard for your cardio. It's always good to challenge yourself, but just doing any sort of cardio at all is going to be very beneficial for you. A good walk gets the job done. One of the reasons that I like to keep it intense in particular, whoa, sorry, there is a knot in the glute. One of the reasons I like to keep it intense is for the mental clarity. I feel like if I absolutely smash myself with a cardio workout, it's gonna make me feel so much better about who I am and what I am doing in life. The endorphin rush is real with cardio, let me tell you. And in my experience, the more intense, the better the rush. Again, the circuit workout, it's very simple, very simple. Basically just do it on the fly. I'll think of some sort of way that I can move my body, whether it's a jumping jack, whether it's punching, whether it's kicking, whether it's a push-up, just some way that I can move my body. And I'm going as fast as can be controlled, again, for the 30 seconds, and then I'm gonna rest for another 30 seconds, and then I'm gonna move into and do another 30, 30, 30, 30, 30. Basically, I will either do a 20-minute workout or a 40-minute workout, depending. Well, into the workout. As you can see, I have stripped down. I am very warm. I am dying. Got the hand weights on here. No ankle weights today. I am including some of the smaller hand weights as well as some of the larger weights for doing like swing throughs and wood chops and things. But yeah, having a great workout. The workout, feeling dead. Hello again. Okay, so I'm gonna shower first. I am very, very smelly and very sweaty, and then we are going to get into meal number 2. Okay, we are clothed once again, decked out in our Christmas decorating garb. See, we got Goofy Goof here decorating the tree, as I will be doing soon as well. But first we must get into meal number 2, which I'm going to show all of the cereal lovers out there a nice little cereal hack you can use that is much more friendly to your calories as well as to your protein intake. Meal number 2, the cereal hack. So obviously this is going to be the cereal that I recommend, but you can basically choose any cereal that's ideally lower in calories and higher in fiber. And that's going to be your base, just a plain cereal, no extra flavoring or anything like that. And then you're going to mix your favorite protein powder into a low-calorie milk. I recommend unsweetened almond milk. And there you have it. I'm using a Fruity Pebbles flavor appropriately enough, and it essentially makes your whatever cereal base you're using taste like whatever the protein powder is. So literally this is as though I'm eating Fruity Pebbles. Bonnie, my Pebbles!
Bonnie, my Pebbles!
All right, meal number 2 is ready. Super, super simple, very low calorie. We got 30 calories for the milk, about 100 calories for the cereal, and about 110 calories for the protein powder. So that comes out to, we got about 240 calories for this meal. And obviously it's a pretty good sized bowl. Not super voluminous, but for how low calorie this is incredibly voluminous. A lot of your typical protein bars run about 200 calories, and this is obviously way more volume than a protein bar is. As part of my calories for the day, I'm including a GT kombucha. I got the fall edition right here still left over from November. I don't know if they've released their winter edition yet, but the fall edition is amazing. Limited time stuff here, so I'm gonna probably have one of my last of the season. Only 60 calories in these. Very tasty, lots of probiotics. A good time, highly recommend. Decorating has commenced. See, we have this box, and it's labeled balls. Don't overthink that one. We have located the appropriate box. Now, like with the box labeled balls, do not overanalyze nutcrackers. Now, typically speaking, I like to have complete control over my recipes, so I can manipulate the calories accordingly. But sometimes that option is not convenient. In the instances where I don't prepare my food, I go pretty heavy on ballparking. Tonight my parents are cooking, and for these meals I will give myself about 500 to 1,000 calories to play with. But tonight we ended up going a little bit lower for whatever reason, with the meal totaling at around 315 or so. Again, I'm guessing based on what I know. Tonight I had about 4 ounces of chicken breast at around 120 calories, about a cup and a half of broccoli lightly oiled for about 50 calories, and then about a half cup of quinoa lightly oiled for around 130 calories or so. And then on top of that we put about 15 calories of sugar-free G. Hughes orange ginger marinade. Very well-rounded, hearty, and delicious meal. This year, for my girlfriend's Christmas present, we are going the Joann Fabrics route. I'm gonna make 2 no-sew fleece blankets. Over here we have a more Christmassy one. She's a big fan of Christmas, and obviously this is also a Christmas present. She loves the Grinch. And then on the other side, we're gonna have, everybody's a MCU fan, but she is particularly fond of the Incredible Hulk. As you can see, he's got the little Santa hat, so. And then over here, please do not unsubscribe if you hate the Packers. My girlfriend, despite the fact that she's never lived anywhere near Wisconsin, is a die-hard Green Bay Packers fan. Currently, she is living out in Orlando, Florida. I used to live out there as well, worked in the theme parks, so appropriately enough, we got Mickey Mouse here playing for the Green Bay Packers, and then the other side of the blanket, we're just gonna have some of those Green Bay logos. So there we are. And there they are, the 2 completed no-sew blankets. Next, I'm going for a snack. I was craving a salad for whatever reason. My go-to recipe for salad usually involves romaine lettuce and salmon, but we don't have those ingredients tonight, so we're going for an entire package of spinach for about 40 calories, a pack of tuna for 180 calories, and then some G. Hughes honey mustard on top. Only 20 calories per 2 tablespoons, so I used about 4. Totaling about 260 calories for the entire salad. And look at that volume. The night's winding down a little bit, and my brothers Jack and Joe and I are gonna watch one of our favorite holiday classics, Home Alone. And it's kind of sad because we're watching it on Disney Plus, but I do, of course, own it in my giant collection. Anyway, we will see you after the movie. What a magical movie night. I try to watch Home Alone and or Home Alone 2 every holiday season. My final meal is often some sort of anabolic French toast spread, but we're lacking the ingredients. So instead we're having about 6 tablespoons of PB2 for about 180 calories on top of Ezekiel toast, which is about 80 calories per slice. Obviously, if I have my light bread, I could basically consume almost twice as much volume for similar calories. But Ezekiel is a great choice otherwise, as it is a very nutritious sprouted bread. On top of all that, we put a banana for about 120 calories. And on the side, we have a little half cup of low-fat cottage cheese for slow-digesting casein protein. Got a little paprika on top, too. And then, of course, about 100 calories of Smart Pop. I already tapped into that. 720 calories in total. Just enjoying this last feast with Joe while we watch some Office. I also foam roll and stretch before bed. My calories for the day totaled at around 2,450 calories, so I'm just under my 2,500 to 3,000 goal. But when you're ballparking, this is nothing to get the least bit concerned over. As long as you're feeling good with your calories and you're relatively consistent, you'll be right as rain. I hope you all enjoyed this full day of eating as well as learned more about me and how I do this. If you did enjoy yourself, please like, comment, subscribe, share, do all the things that might help this channel grow. It would be much appreciated. Also, follow me on Instagram at tom.lazoric. Thank you for joining me. Happy holidays. I'll see you soon.